I'm blind. I am beautifully living my independent nirvana days. Let me introduce myself. I'm Jennifer S. Evans Rice. S stands for sassy. To mommy and daddy, Claudette and Wilbert Evans. As I came out the womb and my eyes had to adjust to the bright lights from being enclosed in the darkness for 9 months, I had to adjust. And my life has been all about adjusting. So yes, I am blind. I am blind in one eye. The other eye is on its way. I see some things, but a lot of things I don't. So I want to describe to you kind of my life from beginning to present. So let's go back all the way to elementary school. Elementary school, I loved it. By 5th grade, I started to not be able to see the board. So I was at 5th grader trying to sit in the back of the class with the cool kids. But of course, I couldn't see what was on the boards. I wasn't really learning that much. So my teacher would say, "Hey Jennifer, come to the front of the class. Sit in the front so you can see the board." Reluctantly, I went. And I sat in the front, still couldn't see. Rebelliously, I said nothing and just sat there. So I sat there and I learned how to listen. Listen to what the teacher was saying so I can know what's happening in the classroom. So there were many days that I would leave school or not go to school at all and go to the doctor's office. And in my little child's mind, it's like, oh great, I get to leave school, I get to hang out with mommy all day long. After a while, after doctor and doctor, optometrist to ophthalmologist, appointment after appointment, I got tired of it. And I just wanted to be a normal 5th grader in school. That's when I was finally diagnosed with uveitis. So I would go to the doctor's office and the receptionist would say, "Oh, I didn't expect to see someone so young in the office." And I would look around to my surroundings and everybody was older than me. White hair and canes. I was the only person in there that was very young. I would go in the doctor's office and he would shine a bright light in my eyes. Now they say don't look into the sun because it affects your retina. But I'm pretty sure the bright lights that they had staring into my eyes were probably second to the sun. They're very bright. So I would go on and on, doctor's appointment after doctor's appointment, but they would never really tell me the prognosis of what to expect ongoing. So that was my elementary school days, the start of me going blind. Let's fast forward to middle school. So now, present day, middle school. This is where the medications and the doctor's appointments started to up the ante. I can remember sitting in the infusion room with the medication called Remicade going through my veins. I can remember the metallic taste of that medication and just not liking it and just wanted to go back to school and be a normal kid. This is when I realized I may not be a normal kid. So it was medication after medication, eye drop after eye drop, pill after pill, infusion and IV and injections after injections and IVs and infusions. And I just asked the nurse many times, is this going to be my life? Is this going to be what I should expect from now on? And her answer was, well, maybe, possibly, you might have to take eye drops on a daily basis, maybe, kinda, I'm not really sure. Knowing very well that that would be my life, of medications and doctor's appointments and follow-ups. At that point I prayed that somebody would have told me the truth. Somebody would have given me a prognosis of what to expect so I can prepare. Maybe then my faith as a mustard seed would have been different. Instead of going to church all the time and fasting till starvation, praying until I made indents on the carpet, and just waiting and waiting and waiting, closing my eyes and hoping that when I finished with this long, feverish prayer that I would return back to 20/20 vision. Maybe then I would just start adapting to my now new surroundings, realizing that this beautiful canvas that God has created is slightly blurred, and it's okay. Maybe then, if someone had told me the truth, if someone had told me Jennifer, this is your prognosis. This is what's going to happen. You're going to take medication. You're going to have follow-ups, and you very well might possibly go blind. Maybe then I wouldn't have gone through all the stages of grief in my adulthood life. Maybe. Who knows? At that point, my mother got me involved with the Commission for the Blind of New Jersey, and they gave me a bountiful amount of resources. Some things I can remember and will never leave my psyche is a gentleman by the name of Mr. Washington. He is a blind individual. He turned blind when he was very young, maybe about 4 or 5 years old. He is a person that I look up to. He is a fully blind individual, but he is killing it. He has his own business. He has his own family. He is somebody that I look up to a lot when I was going through my middle school days. They also introduced me to Camp Marcella. Oh my goodness, any blind person in the state of New Jersey knows Camp Marcella. When I went there and saw everybody else was blind or visually impaired, I, for the first time in a long time, felt normal. I was there for 1 to 2 weeks. If I walked into a tree, it's okay because you're walking into a tree as well. It was so great that each time I had to leave and go back home to a sighted world, I cried. So Camp Marcella and Mr. Washington will always be in my memory all the time. Let's fast forward to middle school. The impressionable teenage days of middle school. So middle school is now when they finally got the medication under control. They finally got my vision to be stable. And then we took a turn. So adaptation after adaptation and adjustment after adjustment. Now came surgeries that I had to do and eye care and different things like that. But I started just to roll with the punches. I realized this is just what I gotta do. This is my life. I just gotta roll with the punches, and that's what I did. All while still having faith that when I close my eyes for prayer, I'll wake up with 20/20 vision like Bartholomew. I just wanted God to show up, get some clay, spit on it, rub it together, put it on my eyes, and bam. But that didn't happen. It didn't happen. As time went on, my vision continued to decrease and to continue to go down. And I learned some resources, but not enough to be a successful blind person. They told me I couldn't do nursing because I can't see the pills and the injections and the small lettering, but I went for it anyway. I was that rebellious person to say, I don't want to learn Braille, right? I want to learn sign language instead. That was me. Now, if I fast forward to present day now, I have gotten past the stages of grief. I am now teetering on the line of acceptance. I am learning my blind skills. I am walking with a cane. I am learning how to read Braille with my new daughter. I am doing all the different things that I should have done back then. I am now at the point of acceptance. I love myself. I love being blind. I get so many perks just from having what you guys call a disability. For me, it is very much an ability that I have because I can hear the rain tittering on the rooftop. I can smell the pumpkin during the fall season. I can taste the sushi when I go to a Japanese restaurant. I use all my senses to heighten my life and know what's going on around me. Can you do that? Fast forward again to present day. I am here in the world of acceptance. I am loving myself. I am loving my blindness. I walk with my cane. I'm learning how to read Braille. Let's slow down with that. I'm learning all my different blind skills so that I can be a successful individual who's blind. I'm still Jennifer. I just have an extra identity of being blind. I'm going to make sure that I dress good because you're going to stare at me, so I'm going to give you something to stare at. Now come all the cliches that I have told myself over the years or told myself presently to get me through some of those dark days. Yes, this is not all peaches and cream. I still have bad days where I don't want to be blind. I want to get my vision back. I was born with 20/20 vision. But that's not the case. My prognosis is I'm going blind. I'm already blind on one side, the other side it's on its way. So I'm going to be honest in my truth. and I'm going to learn what I need to learn so that I can be successful and I can stand right next to the person with 20/20 vision and do the same exact things with some adaptations. Sorry. Now come here are all the cliches. Things that I've said to myself to uplift myself. You ready for it? Life sucks. Then you get a lollipop. Life is not going to be great all the time, but you're going to find that one good thing and you're going to dwell on that one good thing until life starts to suck less. Okay? The next one is losers make excuses, winners make adjustments. So now if you've been listening this whole time, you'd realize I've been adjusting my entire life. From the time that I was born and I had to adjust my eyes to the light of the labor and delivery room, till now, making all the adjustments on a daily basis. If losers make excuses and winners make adjustments, I must be a winner. Embrace the fear. You have done more in your lifetime than other people have. So you keep on pushing, keep on going, keep looking forward. Lifestyle changes are not made to be comfortable. No one's going to give you a pillow. If you want it, you go get it. Okay. So, I want you to come on this journey with me. Come on this journey with me and watch me as I go through this blindness, as I have my highs and my lows, my good days and my bad. I want you to encourage me when I'm having a bad day and cheer me on when I'm having a good day. And I'll do the same for you. I want you to see when I'm doing things that only sighted people can do, but I'm going to do them in my own way. I appreciate you for coming on this journey with me. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can see all the different videos that I post about my life as a blind person or just my life as Jennifer. So, thank you so much for watching.